Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Sean, Urban Tactical Survival. And today, what I wanted to take time out to do is go over real quickly, if I could, the Reliance Outfitters water bottle system. This is a system minus the pouches that you see on it. You'd only get the bag itself right here with the strap. And you purchased it from their store. This is a great water bottle system. It is one that is designed only for day hikes. It is not big enough and set up for an overnight excursion or anything like that. So even with the pouches that I put on here, it still would not sustain me in an overnight situation. So I would have to just go out for a day hike and then come on back home. That's what this is all about and set up for. This water bottle system I've had for several years. It is a great system, but still, like me, like Dave Canterbury, I'm a tinker. I like to tinker around with things and make things better for me. And the way I set it up is a personal preference thing, so you could set it up any way that you wanted to. I mean, it's you know, you can do whatever you want with it. And I've done what I wanted to better give me what I need to better survive in a day hike situation. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the bag and show you some of the contents that comes with the bag itself when you purchase it from Reliance Outfitters. Full disclosure, Reliance Outfitters or Dave Canterbury is not paying me to do this review on this bag. I'm doing it solely on my own because I've had this bag for several years. I've used this bag out in the field, and I have had great success with this bag going on some day hikes through some of the parks that we have here. Like I said, it is designed for day hikes only, so you're not going to go out and spend the night somewhere in a wooded area, and this is going to be able to supply you with what you need. So without further ado, you do get a strap, nice long strap that it is adjustable. So it is adjustable for several different lengths depending on how short or how long you want to carry the bag. You can do that. And you have a nice padding up here on the top that you can lay down on the top of your shoulder when you're walking with it. So to open it up, I'll start with this pouch right here. What you get inside is you get a water bottle for your fuel, for a burner, and you get what is called a fish mouth spreader. So this is designed, and I'll show you when we get into pulling out the inside components what this is designed for, but it's designed as a dangler so you can dangle your pot over fire. You also get a set of utensils that you can utilize when you have a meal in there, whether it's a soup or something solid that you use a fork, and it has a nice little knife. Me personally, I have upgraded this because I found that this spoon and fork and the knife system here is not, it's flimsy, and it's not a solid steel or stainless steel. I don't know what this metal is made out of, but it's something that I wouldn't bet my dollars on. It's good temporarily. See here, and they lock into each other. They have this little locking mechanism on the handles here. They do lock in with each other so they don't fly around everywhere. And you have this little bag you can put them back in. But the knife is not a knife that I would use for cutting. It's not. It's just basic. They threw this together just basically just to get something in there, but it is very, very soft metal. So I would not. I have made modifications with this and gone and get something a little stronger, and a little better. But this is what comes with the kit. So you have the spoon, and that's what comes with it. Okay, so inside. This is a stove that, as of today, filming of this video, they have discontinued this particular stove, this burner. So This one is made out of stainless steel. There's about a 4-ounce capacity, fuel capacity on it. And they've done away with the stove. I don't know why, but they don't have this. They don't offer this anymore. They've gone to a smaller stove, the Transgea style stove. All of Dave Canterbury's equipment, the majority of all of it is made out of stainless steel. He's a very good component for advocate for stainless steel. So this is made out of stainless steel. It's a great stove. I love this stove. So also what I put in here is I've added a secondary cup. So if there is someone that's hiking with me, a companion or something, or you know, whoever is hiking with me and we want to get up some coffee or some hot cocoa or whatever to drink, we got something to drink, or even some water, you got a secondary cup that you can do that. And the water bottle itself, this is a 32-ounce water bottle. It is a single wall water bottle, and that's what you want for this particular type of system. The stove did not come with it. Let me add that the stove, the burner did not come with this system. So let me set that off to the side and just showcase things that did come with this. This is the 32-ounce water bottle. It's designed to cook with. You can boil your water with this. You can set it directly in a fire that you might have going. You can transport water from one location to the other and store water in here for long trips if you want to. But note that this is a single wall water bottle, and do not put the top back on to the water bottle after you pull this out of the fire, because this water bottle is going to be piping hot. You can't even pick it up with your hand because it's going to be that hot. And this top is made out of plastic. So if you were to take this and put it back on directly from the fire, it will melt this top, and you'd have trouble, and you'd have a bad day because you wouldn't be able to use this top. It does have an O-ring in there, and there is a stainless steel centerpiece. So yeah, do not put this on directly when you pull this out the fire. Give it some time to cool down before you do that, and then you can put this back on. Not a problem. But this is the 32-ounce bottle. It has their logo on the top. I don't think you can see that because it's black, but they have the logo here on the bottle as well. So let you know that that is from Reliance Outfitters. This I'll go over later. It's not part of that system that came with it. Inside here, I do have a pot and the pot stand that you use over a alcohol stove. I'll tell you about the pot. I like this pot for two reasons. One, because it has graduation marks on the inside, which takes out all the guesswork to trying to figure out how much liquid you have inside, or how much liquid you need or you poured inside. Or if you got any food that you're cooking on the inside of this pot, it takes the guesswork of trying to figure that out, how much is in here, because you have graduation marks. And the graduation marks goes up to about 700 milliliters, which is 25 ounces, or 25 ounces in here, and clearly marked. And that's one of the things I like about this pot. Second thing I like about this pot is the top. The top has drainage holes in it. You can see that it has drainage holes, and it has these slits on either side of the pot, the top there, and that's designed to line up with the holes that you see here on the pot on either side of the pot. So you would take your top, line it up with those holes, and push down, and the top fits nice and snug on the pot. So if you had something in it and a freak accident happened, I'm talking about one where your pot fell over, you're not going to lose the contents of what's inside. You may lose some liquid because of the water, because of the holes that's in the top and the slits, but you're not going to use the solid food that you might have inside. So a lot of people just not really fond of taking a pot and sticking it directly in the fire, so they want to dangle it. So if you had a tripod, you had that over your fire, you could take the fish mouth spreaders, is what these are called, put them in the holes that are located on the pot, and there you can dangle this over a fire just like that. and then you can heat up whatever you have on the inside of your pot just that way. And the pot would never actually touch the fire. Me, I don't care. I would rather take this and just rake up some hot coals and set it right on top of the coals or right next to some hot coals and heat up whatever I needed to heat up right in there in the pot. So here's the fish mouth spreaders there. So then I've got some towels that I put up here for cleaning that when you're done, you want to clean up. I got some towels that I placed up here in the lid, okay? So that is all that you do get with this kit. All these components here with the kit. Now, I have made some modifications. You do have a stove. You do have a stove that comes with your kit, but you don't have the actual burner. So the burner style is a Transgear style burner that Reliance Outfitters have incorporated. It looks like the Transgear. Here is a Transgear. Let me move this stuff over to the side so we can get a better look in comparison to size to the stove that I bought that's not available anymore and a stove that they have incorporated. So what they have done is pretty much developed a stove burner like the Transgear, operates just like it, has a lid that you can control the fire that you have going on the burner. Has a lid that screws off. This one's made of brass, okay, and it also has an O-ring on the inside. So just like with the pot and the stove or the water bottle, when you snuff out the fire with your top of the snuffer here, this snuffer, you don't want to take the top and put it directly onto the stove itself, because that is going to be piping hot. Okay, it might even be glowing, and if you did that, you would singe and melt the O-rings that's in the top, in the ring on the inside of this top. So I would advise that when you're done and you snuff the fire out, that give this some time to cool down before you want to put this back on for storage. So yeah, so this Transgear is a 2-ounce fuel capacity. They do have one that they made of stainless steel, looks just like this one. This one, like I said, is not offered in Reliance Outfitters. I'm lucky that the Pathfinder store is locally here in Indiana, so I can go down here on the south side and may be able to find this stove. Maybe they have discontinued, so they may have back stock that they put on their shelves they're trying to sell and get rid of. But as of right now, on their website, you will not find this on their website. They have this in stainless steel, the Transgear in stainless steel. So that's what will come with the system here. And modifications to the pot stands. On this pot stand, okay, I've made a modifications too. This one is designed so that you squeeze, it has a little slit right here, okay? You would squeeze it a little bit and you would set it on top of the burner, and then you would take your pot and set on top of there, okay? But what I have noticed that with this particular pot stand is that the height of the pot stand was a little too high for the flames coming off of this burner. So what I had to do to get a better burn, a flame burn time, not actually burn time, but contact surface ratio between the stove and what I got on here with the pot, I had to cut it down a little bit. So what I did was take my little Dremel saw and I cut down one little ring off of this to reduce the height, and that will bring the pot down closer to the fire. So you get a better contact, between the fire and the surface of the pot. So that's with this stove. with this one, this pot stand, I also found the same problem. And the other problem I had with this one was that this whole entire surface here was one piece. This was all one piece, and it had a whole lot of holes in here. And the stainless steel that was here was preventing the fire from coming through a lot efficiently. And when you put your pot on there, there was a short distance between the flame and getting through to the top to the pot. So it was, even with the Transgea stove, you set that here and you put this on here, the flames was not getting through the pot stand to get to the pot. There was just not enough room, and it wasn't breathing. It had no room to breathe. So what I did also is, and I saw another gentleman on YouTube, he did the same thing with his, is that I took my Dremel and I cut the center rings portions, okay, cut that out, allowing a flame when I use this stove, okay, allowing the flame you come directly through. Let me take this top off because that top is tall, and take this off and show you. I'll explain why I have plastic on the inside of this top. So I'll put the burner down, put my pot stand down. Now, there is a lot of the distance from the burner to the stove, the pot stand and the stove is short, has been reduced. And the flame now has the ability to come through a lot more efficiently. So now I can place my pot up here and I can get better burn times. The flame actually gets through and it covers the entire portion of the pot, allowing me to get a better burn on whatever I have inside. Also, what I've incorporated and put on was I'll put in 4 little lifters here on the top of the pot stand to lift the pot up so it allows some room for air to flow through here. So when I got this on the top of the stove, then I put this pot on top, there's enough air that will circulate and get through there, and the flame can come through, and the surface contact between the flame and the pot is much greater. And I'm getting better burn times, so I'm really happy and glad that I did the modifications. So I am getting better burn with this stand the way it is now. So that's one of the modifications I did with this pot stand, is cutting out the centerpiece, allowing the flame to get through more efficiently, and put the lifters here so to lift the pot a little bit off the top of the pot stand here. And the flame off of this stove is tremendous. So I'm getting better burns with that. Also, I have also noticed a flaw in this top with both burners. It happens with both of these burners, is that the O-rings are not, what should I say? They don't do the job that they're supposed to. So when this cools off and I put the top on and that's screwed on without this plastic, I screw that on there. There's not very much room for me screwing this on. So the contact between the inside of the top and the actual top of the burner it doesn't make contact the way it's supposed to. Okay, so that would allow liquid to fall out, leak out if it did tip over. So the only way I can ensure that that doesn't happen was to take a piece of plastic, place it over the mouth of the burner, then take my top and place that and screw that over the top of the plastic, and then screw that down. Now, no liquid can escape out of the top from the burner. There's no liquid coming out. Without the plastic, liquid would leak out. I don't know, there's a flaw in the top design because it doesn't screw all the way down. So the contact between the actual burner and the O-ring is too tall on the inside. It doesn't even make contact. So it's supposed to contact the top of the burner and seal off the jets and seal off the top, so your whatever fuel that you might have on the inside doesn't leak out. But that's one of the cons to this stove and this burner and this burner. They both leak. So if I had fuel in this one and turned it over, it would leak. So I would have to put plastic on this one as well. But with the plastic on, it is safe. I'm happy. And if this water bottle was to fall over and leak and fall out, there wouldn't be no leakage from the actual stove. And that's what I want to keep from happening. So other modifications or add-ons that I have with this system here is that I've added on a couple of pouches. Let me set all this off here to the side here. I've added on a couple of pouches that gives me the ability to stay safe. I have a first aid kit on this side, which is easily marked by the first aid cross sign over here, and I have a fire kit over here. The fire kit is designed to give me multiple pieces of equipment to start in a fire if I need to. If I needed to start a little fire so I can get all of this food cooked up and I wasn't going to use a burner, I can do that with this fire kit. And also the pouch is located here on the back. This pouch is designed to carry all my food, whether it's a Mountain House, MRE, or packs of food or something that I prepared from home. I put it in this pouch and carry all my food right in here. What I've also did is upgrade the utensils that I carried with me. Here, in here, I have long handled spoons, and I have other eating utensils that I've modified the system with. These are from the Pathfinder store. These are green. They have two different colors, but these I chose the green. These are spoons, forks. I have spoon and fork and knife set here that I can eat with. It's nice hard plastic, and it's not going to melt. It will probably melt if you dropped it in the fire, but it's not going to melt in any liquid that you might have heating up. I also have a titanium spork here that I can also use. But here's the, altogether, this is the utensils that I have modified the system with here. Makes eating for me out in the field a lot more pleasurable. And I have it rolled up. I keep it nice and tight and rolled up in a nice towel that I use for cleaning up when I'm done eating. Clean up all my mess and keep that rolled up nice and tight with some bands here, and that sits back here with the food in the food pouch. So just like that. Then anybody knows Mountain House meals, their packages that their meals come in are very deep. Some you can find are short for single usage, but then you have some tall pouches that are very deep. And the only way you can get down into the bottom of the pouch after you have put water into the pouch is with a long spoon. And I have two here that are designed to get in and eat with the Mountain House or even MRE. These are long handle spoons. These are Seat to Summit spoons. They're very good. I've used these multiple times out in the field when eating something. One has a hook on it that I can hook them together and carry, and they don't get lost. So that also stays back here in this pouch where the food would go. I'll just put these in here. And I put the other utensils back in here. And my food, whatever I'm carrying, will go back in here too. So that's that in there. And here are the pieces that I took off of the stoves Here's the piece I took off of this pot stand, the center piece, took off of this pot stand, and the ring that I took off of this pot stand. Okay, as you see there, okay, it made the pot stand much more taller. So I just took a Dremel and drilled off one section of rings, holes, a nice ring, drilled off one section, and this the middle from that one. Now I'm getting better burn times for both stoves, especially with this one. I like using this one a lot. I really enjoy using this one. So that all sets back up in here. And my fire kit I've done a review on, so I'm not gonna go into what actually I have in the fire kit, because I've done a review on this fire kit and showed some of the components that are on the inside. First aid kit is just a basic first aid kit for a little boo-boo. You might call it a boo-boo kit. It's got some band-aids and some bandages in here. I've got some ace bandage, I got some tape, you know, stuff that you would normally put into a small first aid kit. That's what's on the inside, because that's all I'm gonna need for a day hike. If I happen to cut myself, or you know, picking up some wood and I get a splinter or something, whatever. It's a boo-boo kit. So it's just designed to take care of you for the day, out in the day hike, and then you get home and deal with it more extensively when you get home, because I'm pretty sure everybody has an extensive first aid kit at home. So that's all I would need right there. And this is the kit that I would carry on a day hike. It's simple, gets me through the day. I get out there and enjoy whatever I'm doing out there for the day, and then get on back home. What I've also put in here too is some sanitizer. You need some sanitizer to keep your hands clean, so that goes in here too. So let's pack this all away the way it came. Fish mouth spreaders fold in on themselves and lock in so they don't open up on you. And I put their version of spoon and fork and a knife. Put that in there. I've never used it because it's too flimsy. And then pot lid goes down in the bottom, goes in first. That goes down in the bottom of the bag. I take my pot and the pot stand and I nest them together. Okay, so the handles go in there like so, and I nest them together like that, and they stay in there just like that. Now that goes in down in the bottom, and I push that all the way to the bottom, sits on top of the top. Then water bottle goes in. Got a piece of tape here that doesn't belong there. Okay, so the water bottle goes in next. Then I'll put the secondary, well, I'll put the knife in. Okay, put the secondary cup that I would be carrying. Put that on in there. Yeah, it fits nice and snug on top of the bottle. So nice and snug on top of the bottle there. And then I would put my favorite burner that sits on top, and the towels up top will hold down on it and keep it from rattling. Then I just zip it up and I'm on my way. Done with my hike, and I'm on my way home. This burner was just for video example, so I put that in there and take that back home. So there you have it. There's the Reliance Outfitters water bottle system. Also, I noted that the strap you can adjust, has a shoulder patch here. And what I've also incorporated in here in the shoulder portion here are 2 bandanas. So if you'd ever need bandanas, and there are multiple uses for those, straining water and lashing up an arm. If you strain your arm or something happens, you injured your arm, you can use this as a triangle bandage and lash up and hold up your arm. So there you have it. This is the Reliance Outfitters water bottle system that's been modified and add-ons to it. And this is my personal thing, and it gets me through a day hike. So that's all I got for you today. I wanted to show you this real quick, what I had in here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my little hike. I stopped here and in a nice little park, and I'm gonna go and finish it and head on home and get ready for the next day. So be kind and hit that like and subscribe button down on the bottom. It helps my channel out. It also lets me know you're viewing my content. If this was enjoyable and you enjoyed the content, if you have any comments or anything that you might want to say or add, or you just had to say about this system here, please leave your comments. I do go back every other day and I check the comments. So leave your comments down there. I'll put full descriptions down in the bottom of the descriptions area about the system here, and where you can get it, their website information. So like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. I really appreciate it. Really, I do. Till the next time, this is all I have for you. Remember, now's the time to prepare and always check your six. Until the next time in the next video, I'll see ya. Peace out.